Well, I figured since we'd already had the other two, we might as well have the third, right?
You don't want that one to just be sitting all alone.
Yeah.
By itself in the wine fridge, wondering where its other two empathy brothers have gone. And now, there it is. We're having it.
Isn't that song, Where Have All the Empathy Brothers Gone? Where is my John Wayne? Where is my Prairie Son? I don't know what the rest of that goes. But yeah, I figured at some point, I was like, yeah, that'd be kind of weird if we did these other two. And then it's like, well, how come they didn't do that one? Was it that bad or was it that one? No, we're going to do a full review and check this one out. So we do have the 2018 Empathy Wines Red Blend for this Give It a Shot. I'm Andrew.
And I'm Keith. And we are AboutBeverages.com. And the beverage that we're about today
is the one I just said?
It's the one you just said. I was like,
you've taken my bit.
That's okay.
I did. I stole it.
It's okay. It's good to mix it up a little bit and throw that curveball so people don't know exactly what's going to happen. The people being me. No, it's funny. As I was doing the intro, I'm like, wait a minute.
I kept rolling there.
And I'm going to go with it. And then I think we both might laugh. And that's exactly what happened. So, but yes, as Andrew said, and I will repeat once again, we're about the Empathy Red Blend. Today we've had the rosé and the white on two previous podcasts. And normally I'm not really a big red wine fan, especially when it's, I like red wine, but not when it starts to get hot. And it's starting to get warm.
Which that's 9 months out of the year in Arizona.
That's true. So it's not a very large red wine window of opportunity for me. But I was like, you know what? Yeah, let's try it. And then when you mentioned the wines that are in, the grapes that are in this, which are, I think, Sirah, Petite Sirah, Cab, and Zinfandel.
Yes.
Those are some favorites. And so I have already probably high hopes. I probably should maybe ratchet them down just a little bit.
I was just going to say that.
Let's just approach it in a neutral fashion and hopefully be rewarded. So.
Yeah. So I bought this as part of the collection that they had. It was $60 for all 3 bottles. So break it down when you look at all their other offerings. It's basically $20 a bottle is what they're going for. But it is in theory a premium wine at a slightly discounted price of some sort. But you're not losing out on anything. This organization, they worked, with different growers throughout California to come together to put together these blends. It has since been, we learned over these last few podcasts, it is no longer completely a Gary Vaynerchuk joint. He sold it off.
I guess he had 2 partners as well. So the 3 original partners sold it.
They said nay, but
yes.
Still consulting.
At least right after the sale, he was still consulting. I don't know if he still is, but at least recently we received a like from him.
We did. It was very nice.
Something we put up. So he obviously still has some sort of connection, or at least fondness.
Or he had some empathy for us in our podcast.
That's right.
Which we appreciate. So yeah, I am definitely very excited. Like I said, yeah, those same 4 too. I agree. As I read them to you as doing our pre-show, you were kind of like, I almost wish you hadn't read those to me because my excitement is a little bit higher. Would you say definitely like probably Syrah or Petite Syrah are definitely a couple of your favorites, right?
I really like Syrah, and I'm a big Zinfandel fan.
Yeah.
Too. So those are all good grapes.
Very
good
dark,
grapes, y'all.
Very, very dark.
Yeah.
I can kind of see the bottom of my glass, but
but definitely
it's taking a little work there.
A nice purpley red going on there.
Yeah, that is definitely very. You would think very jammy and inviting. That smells good. I don't think we don't need to pause there. That smells really good.
Wow.
We did just take this. I have this in my little wine fridge, so we're kind of letting it warm up a little bit. We opened it just before we started as well to kind of hopefully let it breathe slightly. It hasn't had a lot of time to do that, but definitely already a lot of ripe fruit coming through there.
Some nice blackberry, some
cherry going through there, a little raspberry,
a little bit of that. Some nice dark fruit, maybe even. No, not quite plum, but there's some just really nice fruit going on in there.
There's something a little sweet too, like I don't know, not quite sweet. It's almost like a leather, like an oaking kind of. I know that's probably. I don't think that was involved, but there's a little bit of that in there too.
Well, probably. I'm guessing it spent some time in the barrel somewhere along the way.
That's true.
I don't know if it said anything.
There's a barrel involved.
I mean, it could have been stainless, but I doubt that.
Is there a knuckle involved? That's my move.
That's my move. And so we do the counterclockwise swirl for this then?
I think we should then. No, this smells fantastic. Though. So at least that part is lived up. Should we actually taste it then? Because I have a feeling the roller coaster could go down. I'm worried.
No.
That's where our review stops. Okay. All right.
No.
Shall we?
We shall. There's not as much fruit as I thought there was going to be, but there's still enough there And it's not. It's a little thinner than I thought. I thought it might have more body.
Seems
And
like
it's
there's
still
some
got
good
a-
weight to it, though. Were you
Yeah.
expecting like a
I
really
think I
like
was
a lot of head?
I think I was expecting a little more than that. But
Okay.
that being said, I don't know if that was necessarily correct. Not correct. It was because that's what I was. I don't know if that was necessarily appropriate. Those expectations. I was just thinking because of those what we smelled and those grapes. I thought this could be. But there's enough of that there as well. There's still a little bit of the chill on it. So I think more flavor will evolve as that cools down. But that's very good and for what 14.9%.
Yeah, it's
That
almost
is-
15% alcohol too.
That is very, very smooth. Actually, it's not. I don't think it has a lot of heat at all.
I don't. That was actually one of the things that I was most surprised at. I don't think. Yeah, I don't get any alcohol at all for this,
No.
and I think that's because, and that's maybe why I perceive that there's a little more body there to kind of douse that down a little. Because sometimes when a wine gets a little thin and there's some ABV to it, like I
Right.
notice it a little bit more. But no, I think the flavor here is great. It's a little initially dry to me on the sip, but that goes away really quickly. And I think that's just natural of the varietals that are in there. You're going to get some of that, not quite like tannic. It's not like, but there's just a little bit of that going on. But no, it's grapefruit flavor. It's not quite as over the top as the aroma, which was fantastic. It's just like you said, a notch below that. But excellent. I am very happy with this. So this is probably this one and the rosé have been my two favorites for sure. The white was still good. It just was, like I said, just a little more for me, middle of the road where like I enjoyed that. I know it's a little bit of apples to grapes. But the like I said, the past that we had, like I enjoyed that white like a lot more recently. Like, and I would rather have like 3 bottles of that as opposed to the other one. But of these, like I said, but of these other two, like I said, definitely the rosé. I know that's playing a little bit more for rosé, but that one was so unique to me. I really liked it, and this is
This is probably my favorite of the 3.
Okay.
And like I said, normally this time of the year I'm not enjoying red wine just because of but it was cool enough today. The breeze and it was
Was
cool.
it? Yeah.
And
It
this is
wasn't
just
too bad
really,
today.
This is just I like that wine quite a bit.
All right. Well, hopefully you've enjoyed all 3 of these wines that we have had from Empathy. If you missed any of the previous ones, the rosé or the white that we were talking about, definitely check out AboutBeverages.com. You can find all of the reviews and tastings that we have done over the last decade are there, as well as those, of course. And if you'd like, you can even find the latest videos on YouTube. You can subscribe there and always get notified when we've got new content up, whether it's tastings or lately now, a little bit of video game footage. Just a touch here or there, just dabbling it in there, just kind of spicing it in there just a little bit. If you only want audio, we do have all your podcast needs taken care of. Google Podcast, iTunes, Spotify, all those things. You can search your favorite podcast app for About Beverages, and you will find us. Do we have anything else? Currently, I think
Still 3?
still 3.
The same 3?
Same 3. Soon to. I keep thinking. I don't know if we'll remove one or there could become a 4th. There could be some TikTok making a slide in there, but for right now, just 3.
So right now, the 3 pillars of social media. And those 3 for us are Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, which is where we are most active. And you will find us updating you on what's going on here. Like earlier tonight, before we started recording, I let everybody know that we were about to go live on twitch.tv/AboutBeverages, which is on most Thursday nights. We go live around 5:30. We record these podcasts. We drink some other things. We talk about all kinds of stuff and interact with our audience. Also throughout the week, Andrew lets you know what he's doing in the gaming world and what he's drinking while he's doing it and all that good stuff. But yeah, follow us on Twitter and you can keep up to date with About Beverages.
But as we always say, whether we like it or not,
You should give it a shot.